In Ohio, specialized dockets do address human trafficking. To date, we have 5 human trafficking dockets in the state of Ohio. 2 of those are in juvenile jurisdictions and 3 are in municipal jurisdictions. An important thing to note with respect to human trafficking dockets in Ohio is that they are somewhat different than what we see across the nation when we look at human trafficking dockets or interventions. Quite often, these dockets or interventions in places other than Ohio are more diversionary in nature or more of a brief intervention. In Ohio, with our human trafficking dockets, we definitely adhere to the treatment court model and address in-depth substance use disorder concerns, behavioral health needs, trauma, and even traumatic brain injuries. In Ohio, we have a very extensive certification process. It's important to start with, in Ohio, a treatment court is called a specialized docket. In any court program, judge, or docket that wishes to use the term specialized docket, who wants to administer a treatment court, and that means that they are providing a therapeutically oriented judicial approach to court supervision and treatment. If any of those are present, then a court needs to apply for certification. In Ohio, we have 12 certification standards. They start with things as basic as the planning process and the advisory committee. It moves into things such as the treatment team. Who should be on the treatment team? What are their roles? What are their functions? What does treatment look like in the docket? What do ancillary services look like in the docket? What does participant monitoring include? What does that relationship with the judge look like? And those standards go all the way up into including data and evaluation for the docket. To start that process, a court needs to submit an application to the specialized docket section of the Supreme Court of Ohio. Along with that application, they need to submit what we call a program description, which is essentially the policies and procedures of the docket, a participation agreement, which outlines the rights and responsibilities in the process of the docket for the participant, as well as a participant handbook. Once we receive those documents, staff in the specialized docket section assesses the program documents for compliance with the standards. If there are any concerns or deficiencies, staff will work directly with the jurisdiction to provide technical assistance to be sure that those documents can reach compliance with the standards. Once compliance is reached within the documents, initial certification is issued. Upon initial certification, a docket can start to operate. Once operational for a period of time, specialized docket staff schedules a site visit with the docket. At the site visit, we are simply trying to assure that what is in the documents is occurring in practice, as well as identify the strengths for the community, as well as any opportunities for growth. Once a site visit has been deemed successful, a court is then recommended for final certification. In the state of Ohio, the Commission on Specialized Dockets is who actually issues certification rather than the staff of the section. And then this certification is good for 3 years. At the conclusion of those 3 years, the docket goes through the same process of certification again as I just described. It's also important to note that if there is a change in the judge assigned to the docket, that judge, the new judge overseeing the docket, has 6 months to complete the certification process, similar as to what I explained previously. It is important to note that it is actually the judge overseeing the docket who is certified. It is not the court, it is not the docket itself. So that judge specifically must be certified to oversee that specific docket. Additionally, with respect to the role of the judge has the overall authority in the docket. He is the leader, or she is the leader of the treatment team, and has final decision-making power regarding what the orders of the court will be. Also, with respect to admission into the docket and termination from the docket, it is the judicial officer who makes the ultimate decision.